man, wake up! Go. I've got this.
我笑，穿着基本套装的时候那个白的。Okay.
This is more than a new suit. Whoa, what is this? Miles, where did this come from?
Leonide went in your head to clear out the symbiote left inside. He had to drain his power into it to save you. It looks like it had an effect.
Wait, you two worked together?
He wasn't about to let you die.
Miles, that's... After so many times saying it, thank you seems soft.
It's okay. I know.
I don't deserve that kid. Big guy.
那时候我记得有
Let's try this again.
I thought we lost you.
Guess I should thank you.
I spent years of my life consumed with vengeance. I lost everything for it. You two reminded me that that's not who I am. When you help someone, you help everyone.
Where are you gonna go?
To set things right. Your way.
Wow. Reforming your greatest enemy. Can't say I've ever done that. Maybe MJ was right. Why would the city need me when it has you?
I don't know. This city still looks like a Spider-Man job to me. Let's get out of here.
Any sign of Harry?
Not yet. Ran into a speed bump. I think Miles just saved my life.
那个蜘蛛网是哪
There
招？
was
那个
symbiote
是
left
造
inside of
型。
me. It started taking over, but Martin Lee gave me his power. It feels different. Like the voices are gone, but the power is still there.
That's incredible. And Pete, just wanted to let you know, I got my byline pulled off that article. And gave my landlord notice.
Does that mean?
It means if the world is gonna get turned into an alien wasteland, there's no one I'd rather be gooed up with than you.
Oh, the feeling's mutual.
Keep an eye out for Harry. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Okay, while I look for Harry, I should see what else needs some Spidey help.
等主线。主线 在真的睡姿很不好，脖子好痛。说哈利，其他人不需要帮忙。没有，我们只要哈利。
You're not going to believe this, but as always here, it is absolute truth. Gooey black monsters have begun popping up around the city. I repeat, monsters are in our city, propagating and disseminating to ends unknown. We've heard numerous accounts of missing persons, families torn apart, friends and loved ones mysteriously disappearing. But now believe we can shed some light on the culprits. These vile creatures appear to be abducting us. For what nefarious purpose? We don't know yet. Now, more than ever, we need to look out for each other. Don't go out alone, unless it's an emergency. You could be next. I fear the worst is yet to come.
Hmm. 神主线，哎，
Dr.
来了
Connors? Hello?
He's here in my lab.
Gotta call Miles and get over there quick. Miles, meet me at Connor's lab. I think Harry's there, and it doesn't sound good.
On my way.
啊，去救博士。
Should be a shortcut to Connor's lab near Central Park. I've gotta find a way to get through to Harry. He's in there. I know I can reach him. Just hope he doesn't hurt Connors. That a sand crystal? These things are everywhere.
没空，你现在没空理那些东西。你先去帮帮哈利。帮帮哈利，帮完走了，帮完要修了。
Norman, what are you doing?
Oh, wow.
Please, just give me back my son.
We are your son. Look at us. We are healthy, strong. This is what you wanted, isn't it?
Stop, Harry! We can help you!
Where's the rest of it?
Please don't.
我靠，你怎么要把我这样？老子也是这样，是这样。
about to find out. You need to know. Harry's gone. Host and symbiote are perfectly fused. I'll find a way to save him. You can't. But you can still stop the symbiote. How? By killing the host.
Please. Save my boy.
Spider-Man, I know you're seeing what I'm seeing right now. We've got a lot of New Yorkers being
Oh my
attacked
God.
by these things.
I'm on it. Stay safe out there. All he needed was that meteorite. Now he can heal the world. This isn't what we meant.
全身都好痛啊！这个需要点共身体。那我不想要看起来脏兮兮的。
All clear. At least for a
可以
little
成
while.
为共生体，然后
I swear,
不要脏兮兮的嘛。
those civilians are in trouble. I'm coming. The people in that bus won't last much longer. Stay calm, everyone. I can handle this.
我靠，你隔着车子都可以，唱歌呀！
Miles, we have to talk.
No kidding. There are nests popping up everywhere. Sending you coordinates now.
Got it.
Watch yourself out there, man. This is something else.
Harry, I'll find you, buddy. I'll find you. Somewhere. That suit's not an alien, is it?
It's time for a Miles Morales original, you know? One of one.
Looks good.
What happened, man?
Harry got the meteorite. I couldn't stop him. Connor said we can't save him, so we have... I can't lose him, Miles. I can't do this again.
I saw May when I was in your head. It's not your fault, Pete. She wanted to save you. To save all of us.
She never thought about herself. Even when she was struggling to breathe.
If May, my dad, if they were here, they would want us to stop thinking about them. They'd want us to help people. To fight. Harry's still in there. And we're gonna fight like hell to get him back.
蜘蛛妈妈一直在后面调皮捣蛋。
Call the play coach.
Let's split up. Cover more ground. You find the meteorite, I'll clear that nest out.
You got it, Spider-Man.
Ready to get started.
啊，我要去厕所了。哎呀，
I have to check out that infected skyscraper I saw with Pete. There has to be something there. The goo made it all the way up to that skyscraper. Better check that out soon. something important for you to try to defend yourself like this. What? Hello? Where's that voice coming from? I can't let them get to the heart.
How's it going, Spider-Man?
I think I'm almost done clearing this nest. But Pete, I'm hearing these voices.
I hear them too.
Keep looking for that meteorite. Don't let him get in your head. That's not Harry talking.
Right. You're right. Call me when you finish up.
Stay focused, Pete. Your time's running out. Seconds. This better work. That did it. Still here.
1点半开始剪辑一个1分钟不到的影片，就会1个半小时才剪完。现在赶美日，到底哪个环节出问题？
Where am I?
你剪了什么音乐？
Is this what happens when people turn into symbiotes?
You are safe here. Everyone you love is safe here.
My head. I have to find a way out.
Why would you leave? We are here. You can be too. You, Peter, us.
This isn't where I belong, Harry. Neither do you. Come on, Miles. Come on.
Let us heal you. Bring us Peter.
That's not the way, Harry. You know that. Pete and I, we're gonna save you from this.
No, we are saving you.
Haley? What are you showing me?
Please join us.
Haley's in trouble. Pete, I saw the meteorite. It's under the Harlem subway station, next to the bridge.
Heading there now.
Wait for me though, man. Harry, he's after you. I have to go help Haley, but just wait, all right?
Whoa, back up. What happened?
I got sucked into the hive mind.
那个朋友每次12点左右来，你还要睡了，要睡了。
But I've got a
1点
bad
多
feeling.
他在那个
Harry's there?
MP， 我
Serious?
怂恿另一个朋友
Just give
继
me
续
10 minutes.
多都打到1点半了，打到2点，这是规矩吧？
Call me when
然
you're
后
done.
你跟朋友
Sorry, Miles.
受
But
控
I
没有
can't waste
想
any
法，把
time.
他那句话剪下来。朋友是有开台，我就直接图形剪下来。他的最后一
There's
句
the
话
subway
是
entrance.：“
这句没有被录下来，所以不算，
That's
对
where the
吧？”
meteorite is. Just have to clear out this bridge. Everyone stay in your cars. I won't let them hurt you. Harry! Venom! I know you're here.
You found us.
Yes, I'm here, buddy. I know. Just hang on. I'm coming.
所以你们就把这些东西都留起来。可惜你刚好路过，他完了，可以哦。
Come on, come on. They're coming out of the subway tunnel. The meteorite has to be underground. Venom! Please talk to me! I have to get underground. I can't leave these people behind. Yeah.
找出找教育谱、找背景音效，花这么多时间
Two of
修
you, not now. I don't have time for this. Maybe. No. Come on, Spider. Almost done. Harry! Can you hear me? I'll find you, buddy. I'm coming. Just stay down. There, the subway tunnel.
Yeah.
Hey, everything all good with Haley?
Not yet. But you still owe me a few more minutes. Hang tight. Haley! No!
喷机是这样用的。
What are you doing here? I was trying to save you.
本来想说今天来做一做明朝活动那些，这样之后就可以专注解一环。结果爬了深塔2楼，还有6个楼层没
I
爬
like you
到。
so much.
但是想到他看到后的反应，超想笑，靠背。
Do you want to go out? Like, on a date? Is that a yes? Well, it's a date then. After all this is over. Pete! I'm on the way! Pete?
Harry!
Hey, it's Harry. Leave a message.
Hey, buddy. I talked to Dr. Connors. He says you're too far gone, but I know that's not true. Harry, I messed up. I was terrible to you. Your dream, our dream, healing the world. I'm sorry.
You're here.
I'm here.
Are you finally ready?
Harry, I can't. I want to help you, Harry! Oh no.
Spider-Man, who are you? Did you go down there?
You were right. It has to be here. He has to. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
I know, man. I'll try to find a way inside.
It's gonna be okay. Everyone's gonna be okay. I have to get to that meteorite. I'm so close.
那你姑保镖。
Harry, Harry, talk to me.
猛毒版。
Please help us, Peter. We need you.
I'm trying, buddy. I just need that meteorite, okay? Miles, I'm not seeing a rock.
No? Hold on. I'm nearly to you.
Oh，
Thanks for coming, Pete. We want to show you something.
Harry, what are you?
We are healed. Finally free. We can give that gift to everyone. But we need you with us, Pete. Heal the world together.
Yo, bro.
Not cool.
We can't stay here. You good, man? We need to call MJ. I know where the meteorite is.
MJ, we all need to meet up at May's house.
What's going on out there, guys?
It's the meteorite that the symbiote arrived in. He's using it to transform the city. I know where it is.
And we're gonna steal it. Time to game plan.
I'm in. See you guys at home.
很快快结局了。 喂，我没有要爬它那一根呐、
Wait, what is that? Looks mysterious.
好嘞，恭喜你终于成功。
Listeners, I implore you, stay inside your homes. Lock the doors. Board the windows. Trust no one. The city is overrun with a miasma of massive, oppressive tendrils emanating from the ground beneath our feet, spawning creatures from what feels like hell itself. They're capturing us, converting us, and will soon overtake us. Don't give them the chance. While the government sits on its hands, my loyal listeners have taken to the forums, looking for any signs of weakness these creatures show. We will defend ourselves. We know we can't count on the Spider-Men to save us. If this last week's events have proven anything beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's that the heroes make things worse, not better. In the meantime, stay safe. Remain vigilant. We will get through this. New York does not go down without a fight. And I will be there, right next to you, on the front lines. Godspeed. And may we all see tomorrow.
Central Park Reservoir.
The water system.
Pumping goo everywhere, adding more and more people to the hive mind.
If all those symbiotes get out of Manhattan,
Goodbye, Earth. Hello, Planet Goo.
免疫星球。
The meteorite is the source of all the power, right? Creating goo, creating symbiotes. But it was useless until Harry repaired it.
Yeah.
and that particle accelerator is what damaged it in the first place. Cut off a piece at low power.
Right, so what if we crank the power up? Like way past 11?
Might destroy it.
And free everyone connected to the hive mind.
Theoretically.
But that reservoir's gotta be mobbed with symbiotes. And you know Harry's not gonna let that rock out of his sight.
Unless he sees something he wants more. Me. Just, for illustrative purposes. Harry's still Harry. He thinks he's healing the world. But the dream isn't complete without...
His best friend beside him.
I can lead Harry away from the meteorite.
And I can handle all the symbiotes.
While I grab the space rock. For
他
illustration.
想要你的人，好不？
Fire up the accelerator. No more hive mind. World saved. We all get churros?
吉他棒，
Pete,
吉他棒是重点吗
what？ Connor said about Harry being too far gone. If you can't save him, are you
Won't
ready?
come to that. You two will be able to destroy the rock in time. Let's heal the world.
For real this time.
"主角分享 buff 给队友，吉他棒，不是。
So the meteorite is somewhere in that thing?
So are Harry and his friends.
Here. Figured you could use a sonic touch.
They're just standing there. What are they waiting for?
年纪吉他棒，
I can't thank you both enough.
吉 棒跟吉拿棒，还有吉拿棒。
We're the spider team.
Don't anyone forget it.
Hey, buddy. You gonna sit in there and play with your pet rock all night? It's you and me, Harry. Like we always wanted.
Wow.
Our gift will finally be yours.
Here's the thing, though. You're gonna have to catch me first.
MJ
一脸
now!
咪，心脸不对。
You wanted a story, Watson. What was that? Dead end? No. Whoever dropped these flares. I hope they made it out.
方面来讲，NJ 真的好强。
What the hell? I'm coming!
姐，谁要救你啊？
Just
对
hang
吧？
on! Oscorp. Norman must have sent a team after Harry.
距离是找不到。
Guess they left more than just flares behind. Those barrels look fired to blood. Good, not good.
Help.
I'm not leaving without that rock. The meteorite. Gotta get down there. Oh no, very bad.
Looks
晚
like the
安。
meteorite's
connected to the rest of the hive. Just a normal rock. That can also end the world.
through. Did you forget about Flash kicking our asses for 4 years?
We were weak then.
But we had each other. What is she doing? Gotta stay off the ground. You came over every single day after school and slept over after your mom got sick.
We couldn't feel like that.
When you lost her, that day on the football field, I was there. Always have been.
You want to join us? We know it. Why do you keep fighting us?
You're not giving me a choice. Symbiote's dropping in. Not working. Free Harry with more anti-venom.
We know what's best for you, for everything. We gave you everything you ever wanted, and you threw us away.
I should have been better. I'm so sorry.
Then you replaced us with Miles. He poisoned you against us even more.
No! He saved me! Just like I'll save you! Or these guys? Brute force isn't working. Gotta be a better way.
Got it.
I'm coming, Harry.
那是撸完。
It'll be over soon.
Doesn't matter what you do to me. I'm never gonna heal the world with you. Not like this.
The meteorite. You took it from us.
来帮你削弱小蜘蛛，不对不对，你们。
He's okay, right?
Let's just get him out of here. Go, Miles, I've got him. Go!
When the hell did he get wings? You're not getting this rock, man.
Our future doesn't belong to you.
Trust me. Don't want your future. Need to get up to him. I made a promise, Harry, that I'd fight for you.
You don't care about us. You don't know us.
I know you talked to your mom, just like I talked to my dad. Remember? What's she saying right now?
Ow!
That we are so close.
I'm not gonna let Pete down, Harry.
He'll understand. This is his dream, too.
Sorry, Harry. Heard enough about this nightmare. I'm waking you up.
Peter doesn't need you anymore. He has us now.
Ow!
You're not doing this for Pete. You're doing this for yourself.
You're holding Pete back. You took him away from us.
刚是把柱子打
Took
掉
him
了。
away. What the hell are you talking about?
In the forest, we remember what you did.
Harry, man, that's the symbiote talking, not you.
You were jealous. That's why you pushed us apart.
Maybe I was, but Pete wasn't Pete. Thought I clipped his wings.
喜欢这个，我喜欢这一段。
Pete. Give me back my friend!
We are your friend.
Pete, what's happening? Just hang on, buddy! Please, no. Leave him alone.
You ready to finish this?
Almost.
羽球双打。
Fight, Harry! Fight! I can't. I'm done. You have to.
Kill us.
Harry! Please! I'm done. Either way, Pete. We still have time? No, we don't. It'll kill them. And then it'll kill you. Let's heal the world, Pete. Together.
后宫三人组。后宫三人组比较好。
You did it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Give me some room. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I gotta try.
但是这时候有可能就是伤疤了。哇，不一样，不一样。皮诺可，不对，不对。
Gotta get to the hospital.
Harry,
Pulse is weak. We gotta move.
what have you done? What have you done to him?
I'm sorry.
I'm coming with you. Wait.
There are traces of brain activity, but his chances of coming back are very slim.
皮卡丘，你们越来越奇怪了，你们越来越奇怪。哎呀，又来了，又来了，又要发作了。哎呀，
Get the G serum ready. ASAP.
For the last few years, tragedy has tried to tear the city apart. But we somehow kept going. We battled sickness, evil, cataclysm. We are tired, anxious, stressed, numb. But we have never lost hope. The city needs to heal. We're all ready to return to normal, but what is normal?
什么才
What
是
if it
正
no
常？
longer exists?
什么都不正常。
Over the last half hour, I've talked about how these events have changed me. But what about you? In this ongoing series, I will be talking with people throughout the city, exploring our new behaviors, new routines, new thoughts and
当不
feelings.
正常的时候就是正
I
常。
hope you'll join me on this journey. This has been Mary Jane Watson, and you're listening to The New Normal. Episode 1, done.
Nice. I don't know.
Ooh, are these good to go?
In a minute, I want to show you something first.
Okay.
It has molasses in it.
Yum, I'll take those.
嗯，你是不小心打错还是故意？
Thanks again for the donation, Peter.
Pete.
你的 N 这次车库以后就是我们的家了，都没有。
Have you talked to Miles about?
Not yet. You ready? Miles. I've been meaning to talk to you about some. I mean, I have been talking to you all the time. It's great to talk. So many good talks. I just haven't been talking to you about what I should have been talking to you about. Pete. Wait, let me start again.
I got this. All of it. Go be Peter Parker for a while.
Are you sure? It's a big city.
I can handle it. As long as I can still call you for advice.
You don't need it.
Maybe not now, but there'll come a time.
I'm here for you. Always.
Big bro. See you.
你们还是最好的朋友吧。之一。耶！全部100%，这是才是最好的后宫。我还记得有那个分析 ，NJ 是皇后，哈利是宠妃，麦尔斯是新进宫的那种 刚受宠的新嫔妃，对。看 MJ 暴打彼得，还有对哈利电击，就知道他最大。
What do you want?
The Spider-Men. You know who they are, don't you?
Why?
They ruined my son.
Good. We all have to experience loss. Even you, Norman.
What are you writing?
过了那么久，下一部这个伏笔都还没出来。
Final chapter.
好好奇他们到底后面要怎么。
Haley, hi. I hope you're hungry. Food's almost ready. Why don't you go show her your essay? You worked so hard on it.
Some guy in Harlem. Probably seen him volunteering in the city, helping out his city council mom.
这个伏笔就预告会有第3部，但好久。而且这都没有消息呀、啊。 你要来我房间看看我背包里的猫会后空翻，我的背包里的猫会吐蜘蛛丝。算吧，我背包里的猫会吐蜘蛛丝。
Hi, Miles, Haley. This is Albert.
Oh, and this is my daughter, Cindy.
Cindy。好诶，解完了，耶！干得好，英雄！
What's up, New York? Should help out Unc. Get the rest of his stuff.
他说我干得好，英雄。手动存个档。手动存个档。哦，这只猫猫真的好可爱哦。 换游戏，我想想，这个世界，心里一定在骂我，帮我儿子创造的机会就被你毁了，不可能，小笨狗，你这个小笨狗，看一下现在，每月精选游戏。 先新增到内容库。我考虑加2149。这个是什么？免费的就载吧。哼。 都载了吧？音乐游戏，查看。OK。免费的，不拿白不拿。没有啊，那个是免费的，它是这个月免费的，加在愿望，不是加在物品库，加在收藏库，以后就都可以玩。如果要玩的话，如果我每个月都有拿，但我不一定会碰它。好像游戏目录没有什么新的耶，游戏目录好像没有新东西。不是啊，就反正每个月那个我都会去领啊，给你们看一眼我的那个。这个筛选。 来源，这边这些全部都是啊，有的好像是游戏目录的，但几乎大多数，像这个上面有锁的，有锁符号的，就是游戏目录；没锁符号的，就是那种免费。 每月免费可以玩的，那时候我从很久之前就一直有领，还有这种小游戏的，这都是免费的啊。 就跟 Steam 会有免费游戏，大家会领，但是不一定会去碰，是一样的概念。2026年绝佳游戏，我们看一下有什么。 刺前三幕，七大罪。这一款我之前有在看。而且另一个角度是，你就想你每个月的会员，这就是你每个月的会员福利啊！会员又不是不用花钱，会员要花钱的，这是你每个月的福利。天降级最新集2天后推出，我连一代都没有玩过，你要我玩天降级，我太可怕了。不是说只出4集吗？什么？第4集已经完结了吗？有8集？太多了吧！我不知道这里看没看到。鬼武者之前是谁说要玩？忘记了。看一下啊，推出日期即将登场。嘿，我应该先把分类改掉，等一下，我忘记先去改分类。老实说，前4集你只觉得幽冥界可以+1，你是说要玩屁啦？有的人真的蛮白痴的，特别有。你今天工作真的很忙，而且看了个超烂的法兰克死都跟还可以的猎桃。什么？猎桃是我想的那个吗？猎桃是我想的那个猎桃惊魂吗？你该不会说还可以的是猎桃惊魂吧？眉头很痛，不会吧？不可能吧？你觉得猎桃还可以？我猎桃快被那群屁孩气死了。画面还可以，但是那群屁孩真的是，我想把他们像报纸一样捏成一球扔出去，烂到掉。你说没有比较没有伤害的概念吗？我去看一下。法兰克史东是法兰克史东的暴行吗？今晚要玩什么？现在几点了？现在已经5点了，应该没有要开新的游戏吧？我看一下，感觉这时间有点尴尬。很屁啊！你会觉得很气，就代表他们演得很成功。玩到脑中风，你知道《猎桃惊魂》除了画面以外，玩的最快乐的是什么吗？是他们在唱那个爆米花之歌。法兰克史东的暴行，所谓的 DVD 前传，我看是 DEI 前。啊？我不知道那部很烂哦。这边有吗？我查一下。这种时候就会觉得说我的 PS 应该外接一个键盘。法兰克好像没有它有 PS 版吗？还是我要说英文啊？不会吧？有。我查查看。 为什么？有啊，左下。哦哦，我没注意呢。我那个封面看起来跟平常不大一样，被我略过了。真假？这款真的很懒。以前有一个手把4代键盘，没关系。哎呦，它就从我椅子上摔下来。我没有要玩，我没有要玩，我们就看看预告。我好像有看过吗？没事，我讨厌 DVD。对 ，DVD 前传这种东西是不会吸引到我的。哎，我怎么觉得它光预告就没有？我怎么觉得它光预告就没有很吸引我啊？还是因为是 DVD， 我一定对 DVD 有什么偏见？那可以免费玩，好可怕！太可怕了，太可怕了！检查一下我的1环奖杯。这其实 DVD 的元素并没有多，也很难吧？那种类型游戏应该很难做出 DVD 的元素。哎，我这个没有，我这个还没删掉。这个我没有删，是因为它有验尸，它还可以继续玩验尸，我就把它留下来。已安装，我已安装剩这几个，还是玩这个？我觉得我最近玩太多动作游戏，我的身体虽然我下礼拜要休息，休比较久，但是觉得我的身体好像最近太疲惫了。与其说是前传，但其实也没有任何已知屠夫。已知屠夫是鬼的意思，对吧？就是抓人的那个。然后有莫名其妙的 DEI 元素，还要不断强调。既然我没有要玩，可以直接跟我说是什么玩。我想听，还是不能打出来，还是不能打出来的。+1，那我礼拜5直接买酒喝，现在缓解了。靠背的酒精是治百病哦。我干，你怎么在我旁边？你要击掌？哦，我没有办法跟你击掌哎。喂。OK。例如，有个女角每次介绍自己就会说：“我有2个妈妈，了不起哦。”不是。这么那个，整天介绍自己有2个妈妈。 但是我看一下这个，看一下这个。我不在意你有几个妈妈，就算你爸离婚8次，是巴黎世界，我也不介意。哥啊，巴黎世。Oh my god！ 七彩宠物。
如何？不知道，我觉得重复性很高哎。如果你没有，我目前玩下来，我感觉这游戏这个模式啦，这个模式比较强的枪其实是狙击枪跟冲锋枪。但要配一把散弹枪放倒。麦格农本来就不强，主要是AR 哦，冲锋枪步枪它那个卡宾算在冲锋枪里面啊，看起来，对啊，冲锋枪、突击步枪和步枪的火力增加。就那个，他不是有一把卡宾枪，刚才把。 过丢武器时会朝我的方向丢一颗大手雷的能力吗？朝我的方向丢一颗大手雷。
I don't have time for this. All right.
干！白痴！Not bad. Never a dull day. 应该说这个模式，应该说疗养院比较大吧，占比的时间就也比较看起来也比较久。
Out of my way. Gotta hurry. Out of my way.
这是什么酷模式？这是肉鸽里昂。
但我没事，我整理掉了。我有漏3的，你们来跟我讲。是去年，真久。没有人。打扮的凶神恶煞，方便上门讨债的家伙。 好可爱。
でも借金をした覚えはないの。
好可愛啊。
取り立て屋さんが何をしたいのか全然わからなくて黙ったまま大きな鎌を振り回して向かってくるから本当怖くて。
攻撃されても痛みがないってことはレニンさんの幻覚かあるいはアノマリーなのかも。
確かに一理あるっす。そうアノマリー。風花もそう言ってた。それでここに来たの。
風花って
友人。正確には飯友だけど風花が言ったの。絶対にアノマリーの仕業だから骨董品やエイボンに行って解決してもらいなさいって。エイボンをご指名？そんな人初耳。まあコリンスファミリーの一代目にして橋町のサンダータイガーことナナリ様がいるおかげでうちも有名になったってことっすね。あんたの友達なかなか見る目があるよ。他に何か言ってたか？覚えてない。ただなるべく早くあなたたちの助けを求めた方がいいって。
这是消防车还是救护车啊？
さあ。
哎呀，好大声哦！
私、物を覚えるのが苦手で、いろんなことが曖昧なの。すみません。
超级大声。
あの日、彼女も駐車場で見てたはずだから。多分。
少し混乱してるのかな。
他の人の話を聞いてみるのもありっすね。風花も後で職は天なりに来ると思うけど行ってみる。鑑定士師匠どう思うっすか？今日一発目の依頼。あっしらでしっかり確かめて。
昨天早上快天亮的时候灌了一个模组，然后10点开始躺床，一直到下午3点才睡着，5点半起床上完。天哪，你这样很累吧？
鑑定士と一緒に依頼をこなしたことないっすよね。ついでにあっしの最近の修行の成果も見てくださいよ。
本日は私が店番をしておりますのでご心配なく。
では僕も同行しよう。
食は天なりに出発っす。久しぶりにジャイアントハンバーグ食いたくなってきた。おじさん今日は晩飯外で食ってくるんで。
いってらっしゃいませ。
我应该用传送。那你今天还有在喝魔爪吗？是跑主线吗？但这边有偶遇耶，有店长的偶遇耶，我去看一下店长的偶遇。这是套野格，不对吧？不对吧？我怎么想都觉得不太对。
なんかいい匂い。
祈福太早了，等到晚上。哦，那我 意锁定时间算。好招财宝。
ちょっとお散歩してたんだ。店長はなんでここに？ここに来る理由なんざ願掛けに決まってるだろ。一緒にやるかい？いいけど、私思いつかなくて。今一番望んでることを言やいいのさ。素直になりな。よく言霊。
今天早上真的下班之后，打算吃完早餐就睡了。什么时候有红蝶在梦里相见？没事，你下次再去测那个头牌跟双重击杀。不急不急，对吧？肯定是不急的吧。
ところで店長のお願い事って決まってるだろ。大儲けできますように。
发大财。
店長はぶれないな。
任务完成。我刚应该先祈福，算了，等下再过来。
風に乗ってひとっ飛びだぜ。
我要戴森手持，但看那个影片觉得太吵，放弃了。对，我还没有看影片，我去看一下。我应该用手机看。电脑的 IG 不能调音量，很吵。
在台湾还没有上市的迷你电风扇，这台美金499，台湾到时候的售价我猜是在3200到4000之间。不过就是大家最喜欢的粉色，之后还有蓝色跟红色，记得要把这个先传给你喜欢的戴森的朋友。3合1的设计可以手持放在桌上跟穿在身上，电池
穿在身上，
它电池
它可以穿在身上。
风扇5速还有另外加强模式。这是本体，第一个拿到感觉啊，比想象中轻，只是一个可以套在上面的背带，果然是有点是啊，好像比较不适合我。旁边这边啊还可以调长短，它其实
穿在身上感觉好怪哦。
也有另外再铺一个座，放在座里面是这样的，用了0.8听跟大家分享一下心得。相较于电量一样大的随身风扇，戴森呢原本就是气流专家，这样的设计啊推得更远更集中，不过声音的高频啊会稍微多一点。这个是开关，这是风量，这个是灯号，把它打开，风量调到1。这是3的声音。
哦，
这是5的声音，
真的很大声哎！
一直按着啊，就是 Turbo。最大优势啊，我觉得它拿起来很轻巧，很好收纳，电量足够一般1天的使用，适合整天的出门，像是出国去乐园玩都很适合。虽然价格真的高一点，不过质感很好而且造型很特殊，我觉得这个可以买。开箱戴森在台湾，
它真的好大声哦！不建议，戴森的电池一过饱就不行。风量很大很集中，但太吵了吧？这种就是它那个音量，就算在户外，感觉也是偏大声的。
なんかいい匂い。
我觉得那个太吵，那个真的太吵了。
どこに隠そっかな。
兵？
風に乗ってひとっ飛びだぜ。
嘿，电池过饱，然后他换电池应该又很过，太可怕，太可怕了。哦，捡到钱包。
これだけありゃ十分っしょ。ラナリー、バイクを見に来たの？うん、スクーターを買おうと思って。縄張りの見回りん時にいちいちバスの屋根に登るの大変なんすよ。ファミリーのボスがバスとスクーター。こら笑うな。それも全部ファミリーの将来のためを思って節約してるんす。ナナリはいいボスだ。当たり前だ。もう買ってくる。ねえ、スクーターちょうだい。
どれがいい？
这个眼睛，不要挑这台，这台看起来好丑啊！跟我玩什么啊？跟我玩？不是，这台酷在哪？超级旗舰高级首发顶配版。
通常モデルなら29,999ファン数だが、そっちがいいかい？
足の全財産1万ファン数。ここってご紹介割引キャンペーンとかやってない？
这个打折，这个打折就是要打折，也打太多了吧？
そうだ。中古でいいならこっちに9,999ファン数のがあるよ。ちょっとボロいけどちゃんと整備済みだぜ。
これにする。古くてもないよりは
好笑。
鑑定士、ドライブに行かない？行く。行くっすよ。
要车祸了吗？要车祸了吗？
試したい技がある。
你好危险！他骑车。不对不对不对，车不是这样骑的吧？车不是这样骑的嘛？
どうすか？
不太对，不太对。总觉得哪里不太对啊，车不是这样骑的吧？
ビルをビューンって登る感じどうだった？スリリングだったよ。でしょでしょ。もう一回やるっすか？今はやめとく。心臓に悪い。でもビューンって空に向かってく感じ結構面白かったかも。じゃあまた連れてってあげるっす。
有够好笑。
風に乗ってひとっ飛びだぜ。なんかいい匂い。風に乗ってひとっ飛びだぜ。
这个女人是我可以带走的，她是坏女人，我可不可以把她带走？可恶！她跟我回家啊！她上车了。夏天快到了，可是我一般的呢，就是普通的那一种。 普通的那一种应该就够用了吧，随意不限定。我以前有想过要买，但第一点是我现在不常出门，第二点是我当初觉得我一定会懒得拿，就算我真的买了，我肯定也是懒得拿的那一个。放在这来算，等下再去。书店，我要住在这里，我要住在这里，我要住在这间。我要上厕所。我要去上厕所。哎呦，哎呀！ 长，你之前买随时空调是因为夏天晚上室内巡逻用，空调是关闭的，室内闷到3度以上，这真的很热哎。
今日は遅かったわね、レニーちゃん。待たせてごめん。ちょっと用事があって。いいのいいの。今大変な時期なんだから。そちらの方々はエイボンのアノマリーハンター？エイボン探偵団、ただいま参上。あしこそ、橋町のクリンスファミリー1代目、ナナリ・カリンス。そしてこっちが、うちのファミリーの頭脳、鑑定士。それからこっちが、ダフォディールさん、ご無沙汰しておりますわ。師匠と知り合いなんすか？昔、我が家の厄介事をいくつか片付けてもらったことがあって、母が絶賛してたのよ。おお、だからわざわざエイボンを勧めてくれたんすね。やっぱ師匠の仕事っぷりはすごいや。すまない。あまり記憶になくて。店を始めた頃の話とか？今じゃアノマリーの依頼はほとんどあっしらの仕事だしね。依頼人のレニーさんが遭遇した怪異について風花さんに伺いたい。当時の状況を説明してもらえないか？もちろん。どうぞかけて。あれは一昨日の夜、レニーちゃんと晩ご飯食べて帰ろうとした時だったの。彼女が車で送ってくれるっていうから一緒に駐車場へ向かったら、マントの男に遭遇しちゃって。マントの男？あら、レニーちゃんから聞いてない？彼女、マントをかぶったアノマリーに会ったのよ。私、風花にその話したっけ？ダメよ。そんな大事なこと忘れちゃ。ごめんなさい。私、謝らなくていいのよ。
原价物清洁的特卖商品，那特卖什么？
どんな姿だったか本当にわからない？わからないって、一緒にいたんじゃないの？車まで案内してもらったのだけど、突然この子がしゃがみ込んで頭を抱えながらひどく怯え出したの。どうしたのかと聞いても、ただ殴らないでって上言のように繰り返すばかりで。でも殴ってる人なんていなかったし、そもそも私たち以外に誰もいなかったもの。つまりあなたはアノマリーがレニーさんを襲う瞬間を直接見てはいないと。この子が地面でうずくまっているだけで、そのマントの男は見えなかったわ。それで10分ほど経つと、この子何事もなく
去美老吗？卖电竞椅，让我先享受最舒适的电竞环境。有够好笑。
晩飯で変なキノコを食ったとか。私も最初はそう思ったわ。でもその後、車の中で毎晩9時ちょうどにその不審な人物が現れるって聞いて、とても嘘をついてるようには思えなくて。幻覚ではなく、そして彼女にしか見えず、しかも毎晩きっかり同じ時間に現れる。こんな奇妙な出来事、やっぱりアノマリーの仕業としか思えないでしょ？どうかしら。何か手がかりはつかめそう？わかった。もう一つ聞いていいか？もちろんよ、ダフォディールさん。レニーさんの様子がおかしいと思ったなら、なぜあなたは医者を呼ばなかった？確か って思ったから、素人の私じゃ何もできないから、プロのあなたたちに直接相談した方がいいって思って。ダフォディールさん、昔と何も変わってないわね。仕事に真剣で隙がなくて。
それは私が風花に大丈夫だって言ったの。本当に大丈夫だったから。全然痛くないし、ただすごく怖かっただけで。風花が詳しく話してくれて本当助かった。私正直今でもよく分かってないから長くなっちゃったね。今日は私がおごるから何でも頼んで。風花は何がいい？
还要请客。
ピリチキンカレーで。
鸡排咖喱饭。
他の料理はよく覚えてないけど、ここのチキンカレーは嫌いなグリーンピースが入ってなくて好きなんだ。ナナリさんたちもどうぞご遠慮なく。
じゃあいただきます。
我还以为会给我们看端上桌的那个。
アノマリーは9時きっかりに駐車場に現れるって話だよな。マントの男が取り立てに来るところ、あっしらも見られるんすか？風花さんは見えなかったって言ってたけど、それとも普通の人には見えないとか？
超杀雷尼就给我吃青豆。青豆好吃。
記憶違いをしている可能性もあるから。でも今日はこんなにたくさんのアノマリーハンターたちが守ってくれてるし、もう怖くないね。
風花、いつもありがとう。じゃあ私が前に出るね。もうすぐ来るから。
一直闪，一直闪，看起来就很可。去给我吃尼亚克的三色豆玉米浓汤，不要！三色豆，那样转。好像三色豆奶茶跟三色豆蛋糕都有。你说我就没烦恼，不对吧？感觉烦恼挺多的吧？ 最後就完成すると。
取り立て屋ならもう足が追い払ったよ。地面にあるのはアノマリーが残したもの。
レニー、裏は数字だ。マイナス20088。
前とは違う数字。これ管理局が探してたカード。カオスさんに連絡してくる。
管理局人員。
要するにお前らはレニーとかいうジョーちゃんの依頼で毎晩決まった時刻に彼女を襲う取り立て屋ってアノマリーの正体を突き止めようとしていたと。だがあろうことか、そのアノマリーが残したのは人形化事件で見つかったのと同じカード。つまり俺が追ってるアノマリーと同じわけだ。誰かがお前らを例のアノマリーと接触させようと意図的に仕組んだとしか思えないな。
さすがは少尉犯罪の処理に特化した ETD 第6小隊。確かにただの偶然とは思えない。何が狙いかわからないけど、おそらく私たちはすでにその人物と顔を合わせてる。レニーさんをわざわざエイボンに紹介してくれたフーカって人よ。さっきまでここにいたんだけど。あれ？
お？
その女が何か言ってたのか？
彼女の母親が昔ダフォディールに依頼をして、
我就知道那个人很可疑呀。
感銘を受けたからエイボンを勧めたんだとか。
ダフォディール。ダフォディールね。またダフォディールか。面白い話を聞かせてもらったよ。さて、一度魔女の家に行くか。黒羽に残業でも頼むとしよう。一緒に来るか？
もちろん。ショータイム！
哎，看这。
ようこそ魔女の家へ。
こんばんは。こない夜分にすみません。
こんばんは。この嬢ちゃんは今夜人形化事件のアノマリーに襲われた。
人を人形に変えるっていうあれ？あの子たちやっぱり。
まだ断定できないけどね。
お前らアノマリーハンターがレニーとかいうジョーちゃんを守った経緯をもう一度聞かせてくれ。
あっしが説明する。レニーさんは毎晩9時きっかりに現れて、何にも言わずにいきなり殴ってくるやつをどうにかしてほしくてうちに依頼に来たんす。そんで食和店なりの駐車場まで送りに行ったら、ちょうど9時に取り立て屋がパーッと飛び出してきたんす。あのアノマリーのことを私たちの間で取り立て屋って呼んでるの。うっす。あっしの見間違いじゃなきゃ、そいつの鎌レニーさんの体をすり抜けたように見えたんだよな。あれマジビビった。それ私も見たかも。鑑定士がすぐに動いて鎌を受け止めたんだけど、そっからはもう大立ち回りっすよ。けどやっとあっしの体が温まってきたかなって頃にはもうそいつ逃げちまってたんす。
その戦いがどのくらい続
ついたか覚えてらっしゃいますか？10分ちょうどだ。その後アノマリーが残した例のカードを発見したということでよろしいですね。はい。決まった時刻に現れ、決まった時刻に消える。そして意味深なカードを残していく。皆様が噂する取り立て屋、その正体はおそらくルールアノマリーと呼ばれるものですわ。ルールアノマリーとは、その名の通り自らが定めた法則そのもの。彼らは寸分の狂いもない完璧な法則の中で生きていますの。そしてその領域に踏み込んだ者もまたその法則に従うしかないのです。まるで盤上に上げられた駒のように
配乐好漂亮。
抜け出すのも至難の技。中には法則そのものが具現化したような厄介な個体もいますし、何らかの使命を帯びている場合、ただ倒すだけでは決して排除はできません。また通常の収容方法も意味をなさないでしょう。
だから逃げられたんすね。エビスーズの警備用アノマリー、ナンタニーもルールアノマリーなの？
その通りですわ。
重要なのは奴らが従うルールだ。そいつを捕まなきゃ排除も利用もできん。誰かが一足先に取り立て屋のルールを突き止め、用意周到に部隊を整えてくれたってわけだ。奴はなぜレニーを狙ったのか、彼女のカードに記された数字にどんな意味があるんだ。
なぜレニーさん宛てのメッセージだけ他と違うのでしょう。
また忌々しい謎解きの時間か。兄者がいりゃ手っ取り早いんだがな。
レニーさんの運命を占ってみましょうか。何かわかるかもしれません。
いきなり。私、占いなんて一度もしたことないんだけど。何か準備とかいるの？
ご緊張なさらず。
Really speeding through this game. I know that's the point, but I haven't seen any big fumbles happen.
C'est une bonne compétence en soi, mais le problème c'est qu'elle fait moins de dégâts que la Silspire et globalement on veut moins faire des sortes de brochettes. On a pu voir un petit peu des fois sur certaines arènes et qu'on verra un petit peu plus tard.
Especially without the glide. I think the cloak really like. You have to remember that a lot of this stuff is designed so that if you're jumping over stuff or moving around, you usually can stall in the air, which makes it much more forgiving for a lot of the timing that you have to do.
Exactly.
So the fact that all of this is going so well and so quickly without the cloak.
Oh no, unfortunate fall. They'll be taking a bench in a second to re-equip the Silk Spear into their inventory, so that doesn't matter too much. But yeah, but like the mist, you know, that area was designed with the cloak in mind, and doing the mist without a cloak is very dangerous because once again, if you fall, you're just restart the mist, and there's a lot of just you jump off a ledge and you don't know where you're going a lot of the times, and so speedrunners like Zoth have to memorize where each and every platform in every single mist room is to not fall down, which is very difficult.
I've seen the mist spreadsheets. An upside to the game being very popular is that there's a lot of resources. So when it's time to learn things like that, you are not alone. I think she's laughing at us.
Yeah, she might be.
Well, she won't be laughing for very long because we do have that showcase match.
We do.
So
we also get to fight her later on in this route. So
yeah,
very fun boss. Yes, we did skip the first fight.
It's a privilege of this route.
I say this, but after playing against Lace 2 so much, Lace 2 is such a fast-paced fight that you kind of get the rhythm of fighting her, and then you go back to Lace 1 and in my opinion, it feels even harder than Lace 2, even though they only do 1 damage. Oh my, they hit the 1 cycle there. That was beautiful.
So tight.
I say this, but that 1 cycle is PC dependent, so they must have a really good PC there at Speedons. Shout out to their equipment team, because half of the top speedrunners I know are unable to even do that 1 cycle because the room doesn't load fast enough. So that's crazy to do it here on the big stage, because if they messed that up, they would have taken 2 damage right before this boss, and this boss can get dangerous if you don't kill him quickly, and so you need all the silk you can get to do a quick cycle on them. And the other reason you need health is because you're going to do a scream skip right here to gain action. So we scream there and we get our action back. It's scary. This phase is planned out, luckily, so we should be good here. A couple more hits and the first phase will be done. There it is, and we should get a heal here. So, with the Cogwork Dancers, this boss has one of the best soundtracks in the game, but we only need to attack one of them. They do not have a shared health pool, they have individual health pools. So if we simply kill one of them, then both will die. So you can see we're going to be focusing down just one Cogwork Dancer.
This is a very satisfying fight where you're fighting 2 bosses, but once you get into the rhythm, it's honestly, I think, one of the more consistent fights.
I agree. So now they're moving not at the same time, so it's going to be harder to track down just that one Cogwork Dancer because the other can now get in the way. So Zos going to do their best here to focus down that. There it goes, and that's the last hit on that left Cogwork Dancer. And now, sadness. That's about all I have to say.
This is, it's sad, but it can also be very funny because I have seen runners
die to this.
If you're greeting and you've got 1 health left, it all slows down and you feel very confident in your ability to do it, and that can relax you a little too much sometimes.
I've died to them, or I've died to the last Cogwork Dancer before. I'm not proud of it. So we're going to be entering into the Whispering Vaults now. And so we're going to fight a little boss arena or enemy arena, and then we're going to move our way to one of not everybody's, but one of people's favorite speedrun bosses, the flamboyant magician himself, Trobio.
Yeah, I hear that Trobio's more popular with casual players than speedrunners for some reason.
I think speedrunners dislike him a bit. He's a bit RNG dependent, so.
Yeah, he's very flamboyant. But also, I don't want to downplay these levels. These Cogwork levels are just so fun. They're fun to play at every speed, but even more satisfying to see the pogos happen like underneath some of these moving obstacles.
And for those,
in my opinion, best soundtrack in the game.
Oh yes, it is one of them for sure. For those who don't know as well, because we are playing on the release patch of the game, all of those cogs do 2 damage. Some people might not know that, but they actually nerfed the environmental cogs because they did too much damage and casual players are dying too much to them during platforming.
Yeah, so, play this game on current patch, look out for things that look like they hit you twice, but don't actually do that much damage. Most of those did do 2 damage.
Beautiful cycle right there. One last enemy in this gauntlet. Beautiful Whispering Vaults gauntlet.
Quick and smooth. Should we be whispering in here?
Baby. So we're gonna make our way over to Trobio right now, just a little bit of platforming. Trobio is a very fun boss for a lot of casual players, but in the speedrun he is a brutal run killer because not only does all of his attacks do 2 damage, but the main thing that speedrunners hate is actually the amount of time he can make you lose, not based off of fear of death, but simply because of RNG. He will randomly go into the floorboard of the arena and move around and not pop up. And there are odds that he does go into the floor one time in the entire fight, and there's times that he can go to the floorboard 12 times, and that could be difference between losing 0 seconds and losing 30 seconds. So we're gonna hope for as little floorboards as possible. We're gonna try and abuse using the Silk Spear against the wall to make it bounce back quicker, just like that. That is the worst attack, unfortunately. Throwing the pin pillows from the middle of the stage is the worst we can get. So you'll see the Silk Spear bounces back after hitting a wall, which is very good for damage in this. So we're going to try and force Trobio into the wall to force Silk Spears. And this tornado, you cannot hit it, but you can Silk Spear it, but you can't hit him with a slash in it. So we're going to poke on top of him to get around that. And he's about to go into a second phase here. And he's going to stay on the floorboard for a bit, but right now we're looking pretty good, not getting hit yet, which is very impressive with how RNG dependent Trobio is and how fast these attacks are coming out.
Yeah, not perfect odds, but definitely
very good. It's a very clean Trobio.
Fantastic. Fabulous.
Trobio!
And not even picking it up.
L'objet, il est au sol, on le récupère pas parce qu'en fait, on a juste battu ce boss pour accéder le plus vite possible à la suite. Et l'item ne nous intéresse absolument pas.
Do you have a favorite bug in this game?
Favorite bug? I don't know. I would just say Sherba, but
yeah,
besides the NPC characters, let me think. Favorite bug besides known NPC characters? Oh, did he grab the... he did not grab the Trobio's mirror. Not my goat. So this is the wall jump here that, right there, that got taken out of the game, and that's the only reason why Cloakless is actually viable. The reason we downpatched the entire game is to get that one wall jump because it got patched out on every patch that isn't the release patch. Team Cherry does not like our speedrunning.
Yeah, Team Cherry has always kind of done that with some skips, which
I can't blame
there's
them.
Ups and downs to it.
They give us a free blum to downpatch the game, so we'll forgive them.
Absolutely. And it also can open up new and interesting tech when a little skip like that goes away. So this is that ability that I mentioned earlier, I believe, that uses our regenerating silk very, very frequently if we're using it a lot. Any of these rings you've seen hanging can be hit just like that to immediately go towards them, but also it tends to be faster to just dash forward with it and just get a whole bunch of horizontal movement in there without hitting the ground. The only downside to that is that it does use up silk, so we have to wait for that regeneration to happen if Soft runs out of silk, which currently isn't happening. But in some sections it can be much more relevant.
Yes, and this ability is gonna... Oh, that was close. Wow, what a dodge. This ability is gonna allow us to climb the hardest movement section in the run very quickly, and one of the coolest movement sections I've ever seen in a video game, period, for speedrunning, which is going to be the climb into the Architect's Melody. And we're going to actually be heading over to that very shortly, but we must first grab the first of the three melodies, which is going to be the Vaultkeeper's Melody, which is the reason we defeated Trobio, was we need to grab a cylinder there that will allow us to unlock the Vaultkeeper's Melody. So we'll be there in about a minute or two. But once we get all three melodies, that's what's going to allow us to climb the Citadel and fight Lace 2, and then eventually beat the game. So this will be one of three, and then we're going to make our way up to the Architect's Melody, and then we're going to finally make our way over to the hardest fight in the speedrun. Many casual players fear it. Every speedrunner fears it. It's the High Hall Gauntlet.
Made even more fearful by the lack of upgrades and abilities that we have collected throughout this run.
Exactly. in this patch as well, the large enemies, if anybody remembers them, they are called the Clappers. They have been nerfed on current patch. They have 50 less HP, and for anybody counting damage-wise, that means they take 2 extra Silk Spears to kill. So around 7 hits of nail damage to kill 1 Clapper, and there's 3 Clappers in the arena, so it is way more difficult on this patch of the game compared to the later patches. Just another reason why this key route is so much more difficult for runners, but they gotta do anything for the time save, so...
Here's our first melody officially unlocked.
So
love to see it. And then we get into peak.
Yes, this movement is unbelievable. So there will be one room in particular that I think will draw people's jaws, but we'll get there in a second, and we'll let everybody enjoy that because it's truly a unbelievably difficult but beautiful climbing section that the smallest mistake can spiral to dozens of seconds of time loss and even death because of the cogs doing 2 damage. So we're coming up here in 2 rooms. Let's see how Zoff executes this, because under the pressure of a live stage as well, even being half a second late to a cycle will cause a possible death. So let's see how he does right here. Looking good.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. He hit the cycle. There it is. Last part. There it is. Just gotta fish it out now. Couple pogos. Harpoon. Beautiful. Unbelievable on the live stage.
Yeah, that looks absolutely nothing like how you go through it casually. You're skipping so much of the level, but oh, it's so precise. There's a puzzle in this room that we just did that is, I believe, not RNG at all. So there's just a sequence of lever presses that everybody can memorize. And then a common theme in this game is leaving the room and coming back in to skip something that's slow. It takes a while.
Exactly. Nobody talked to me about the puzzle. Oh, hold up. Absolute Cinema. You can see Zoff doing it on the screen himself. Oh, everybody has their phones out as well. That's awesome. Wait, that's so cool. What an awesome venue to be in. I wish I could be there in person.
I love this crowd, yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know what I was talking about, at GDQ when I ran it, I messed up the puzzle, and I had no idea where I messed it up, and I spent like 20 seconds trying to figure it out until my commentator was like, "That's the correct one, you got it." And the entire community has made fun of me for it ever since. So I seeing that part done correctly in a live run like this feels good after the mistake I made at GDQ.
I feel that though. Last time I did an event run, I made like the rookiest mistake you could possibly make in my game. So, I mean, the stage nerves really hit you, and the no reset also. You'll mess up in ways that might not have even like occurred to you, but. Again, this run is not messing up. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw first try High Halls Gauntlet, like...
100%.
This is a scary area to walk into before you get to the Gauntlet, because it's a lot of platforming coupled with these kind of difficult enemies to deal with that all live in the air.
Yeah.
When you know where to go...
We're going to see a very cool skip coming up. It's called God Pixel. Basically, when Hornet dashes downward, she kind of contorts her body to a very thin frame, and so there's a tiny little gap in the spikes here that we're going to see us just look like we teleport through with this precise setup. Oof. Dash didn't come out, but it's a pretty easy setup. Here it goes. Boom. Look at that.
Smooth. Also doing this part without cloak, like you can see all of this really fast, tight movement, where usually you can just kind of glide down in these rooms.
Yeah. hardest enemy arena in the game. Most deaths caused to any speedrunner. Let's see how he performs on this.
Honestly, maybe, for my money, hardest combat challenge in the game.
Possibly. Depends how many upgrades you have when you go into it.
Yeah, and whether there is a room actually early on that obviously would be very slow to interact with at all. It gets rid of these little enemies.
The Silk Eaters, yes.
They fly around and they steal your silk, and they do a whole bunch of stuff that you really don't want to see, and they also just kind of spawn at awkward times. So having to do all of this with low upgrades and the Silk Eaters and none of the nerfs in patches that came out in this game.
You can see here that even on 3 HP, he's choosing to go for offense because these waves get so chaotic if you don't simply do the predetermined. We have predetermined setups for how to fight the waves, and so a lot of them require a certain amount of silk so that you can silk spear a certain amount of enemies, and so he's choosing the offense of keeping the silk to make sure that the waves don't get out of hand later. You can see here he's not healing because he needs these 2 silk to quickly clear this wave before it gets out of control. But it's so quick, but very risky.
And there's a lot that all of these enemies can do to you from very far away. Those bells bouncing across the floor just really sneak up on you if you don't have control.
This wave, he should save his healing he should save his silk to make sure he can heal here. I believe he should have enough here. He might be 1 short actually. That'd be really bad. He's 1 short. I would not be shocked if he hits this enemy and he immediately heals. Yeah, there it is. Very smart. Yeah. This wave is absolutely brutal. 2 clappers, randomly moving around, both buffed, 2 damage each hit.
Right,
very dangerous.
They give you these enemies that you, even if you play.
That's so scary. This is so scary. No, he got trapped in the middle of them. That is so unfortunate.
That's completely understandable, though. If you're going to die anywhere in this game, this is the place. It's so brutal. You go through all of these waves, and then at the very end, you have
hardest wave
of enemies that, honestly, they can just get you trapped. Like,
yeah,
your positioning.
Nothing you can do sometimes.
Yeah. Get trapped between them, or just not react quite fast enough.
Great dodge! Wow.
Gosh.
But you can already see how brutal this arena is, even for the top runners of the game. Just how scary it can get, and the added pressure of being on stage. So.
Yeah, I remember the times for this game getting really low early on, and it was still felt kind of like a holy grail to get to
Deathless.
Go for Deathless.
Yeah.
Let's call it. That's like the ideal situation for those jumps, is to get in underneath it. Very clean.
Very good first half of the gauntlet, coming back in here. Should be 2 hits away.
Got full health still, which is a pretty good spot to be at this stage.
100%.
I think about all of the hitless challenges people were doing at Hollow Knight. This game still has DLC to come.
I think this time he's going to make sure to save his silk here to get a heal in before the final wave. That's typically the smart thing to do. Yeah, there he goes. So he could pop the heal here. Yeah. So, round 2. Great Silk Spear hitting both of them. If possible, you should try and get out of the corner. There he goes. Perfect. You do not want to get trapped in the corner with both of them next to you. Nice spot for a Silk Spear. Perfect.
Very good positioning right now.
Yeah.
A lot of space to work with.
It's taking his time, which is a smart thing to do. Both of them very low now. Silk Spear, one more Silk Spear should kill one of them. There it goes. Second one's 1 HP as well. There it goes. Very clean second time around.
Very good. Health to spare. And now we're through that just absolute, I guess you could say, nail biter of
100%.
Although it's a needle in this game, so that pun doesn't work so well.
Qui va nous permettre justement d'accéder à ce grand ascenseur.
I remember just how nail biting it was for me running down that high hull gauntlet in my run at GDQ. The nerves are unlike anything I've ever felt in my life, so very great to get that within the first 2 tries, and both attempts were really great until he unfortunately got trapped in that first attempt, so huge win beating that gauntlet quickly as we make our ways over to the final 2 bosses of the game now. All that left stands in between us and the end of the run, so Lace 2 is the next boss, and I think we'll let this play out. You can see Horn is standing up. They know what's about to happen. We're going to listen to this beautiful melody by Team Cherry right now. Beautiful.
Wonderful. Shout out to Christopher Larkin.
Shout out to Hornet.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Hornet too.
So Lace 2 is the second last boss we're going to be fighting in this run. She does 2 damage per hit, which is very scary, but we're going to be taking very aggressive lines fighting this boss. It's a very dance-like fight where, oh right, we're gonna let this cutscene actually play. I forgot he wanted us to run this cutscene, so I haven't seen this in a while. Typically skip it.
Build the suspense. This is such a satisfying fight. And the other fight we'll be seeing with Lace in it very much changes the sort of experience that you have. This is probably the peak that the game gets for having this sword fight with an equal party.
100%.
And
great dodge of that counter.
Yeah, you can be so aggressive in this fight because all of the counters are dodgeable.
I love that. Damage taking that, actually, typically she'll do that 2 times. He purposely damage tanked that so that the second time didn't actually happen, and that was unbelievably fast. Beautiful Lace 2.
Definitely not 2 equal swordswomen here. Just an exceptional show of skill at every angle.
Lace was not ready for the speedrunner.
She really wasn't. And her mom's gonna be even less ready.
She's definitely very confused. Like, this bug dropped into Hollow Nest 55 minutes ago, and all of a sudden avoids her first arena, meets them in Sinner's Road, and then is up here fighting in the Citadel under an hour. I can only imagine the confusion that Lace is feeling right now.
Look, bugs usually don't live that long, so like, you gotta get what done in your life you want to get done.
fameux deuxième cœur de soie, donc, comme le premier, hein, qui nous permet d'avoir justement de la soie en continu. Mais ici, on va avoir 2 ticks au lieu de 1. Bon, c'est clairement secondaire. Hein, comme
That is our second silk heart, which I don't think is.
Doesn't matter really. Yeah.
It's nice to get it.
So we're gonna make our way over to the final boss of the run, Grandmother Silk. Not too much to say about this boss. You kind of just want to silk spear her as much as possible. We're gonna kind of, because she doesn't have a hitbox, or her hitbox, yeah, she doesn't have a hitbox on her body, which means that you can kind of just like run through her. We're gonna be harpooning her a lot to kind of stay in midair, and trying to avoid attacks like going in between her nail attacks, and just basically attacking the entire time. This fight is again very aggressive. Something to be scared about is that because we don't have the cloak ability, when she does her 3 damage string attack, we can't actually float to stall. So you'll see Zoff silk spearing in between the lines to stall in midair to make sure he doesn't get caught by that attack. Because 3 damage instantly puts you into 1-shot range from any of Grandmother Silk's other attacks because they do 2 damage. So let's see this finale right here.
So many hits. Yeah, like a lot of this game, this boss is doing a lot of damage to you with every single hit. But fortunately, most of the patterns give you enough space. They
Beautiful
really can't
first
lead them
phase.
all the way into the second phase. Looks like things are falling apart for her, but for us, it's all coming together.
Last phase here. He has silk spears here to luckily hit her through these rocks. It's very annoying, but you can see the harpoon being used a bit more to stay in midair to avoid those spikes on the floor.
Ooh,
very scary.
Really catching you out of nowhere.
He's gonna dodge his attacks and wait for a heal here. Or not, he's going full aggressive. There it is.
The heal on the stagger, there we go.
Oh, what a harpoon! Wow! I've never seen a harpoon used there to stall. That's such a great recognition by Zoff because he didn't have enough to silk spear. That was unbelievable. Wow! What a finish to this run.
Incredible. I see why we're doing this whole boss showcase. All of these boss fights have been super clean and really well saved anytime that it could have gone wrong.
And that's going to be our final time right there. Uh-oh, 59-15. GG's off.
GG's. You know, it was like a huge goal originally in this game to get under an hour.
Yeah, and now
did it.
Everybody is so good at this game. What an incredible run by Zoff. That Grandmother Silk was unbelievable way to close it out, especially with that dodge on the 3 damage attack that could have instantly ended the run. Just an unbelievable way to finish this run out, and what a run. Not much more to say.
Yeah.
Et on a une petite question à poser aux ambianceurs.
I think we'll be getting into a little more here.
Yes, so we reached the incentive, which means we're going to be doing some boss fights. I think he has the save state set up with his mods, so we're going to be jumping into just a couple boss fights for everybody to enjoy. Some of them I haven't seen, such as First Sinner. I've never seen how this fight is beating quickly, so this is going to be a joy to watch right now.
I've seen people talk about First Sinner as sort of the other high point in one-on-one fights. The Sinner has a lot of similar abilities that Hornet does.
Yes.
But it's definitely a Titan that stands over you with a lot of really dangerous attacks.
The teleporting as well is a big part of why I think people would join the fight, because it's not just, unlike a lot of bosses where you just kind of whack them You see them, you whack them. This boss, you have to chase after them. They're teleporting, they're moving. So it's a huge reaction game of realizing where that boss is going to spawn and getting optimal damage on them. So we're starting off here with First Sinner. After First Sinner, we're going to head over to Seth, then Carmelita, and then finally ending with Lost Leif.
Yeah, and we've got the sort of speed-on colors on our cloak now. Rocking that bright pink. You can see a lot more health and silk.
And then we're using nail upgrade 3. So there's 4 total upgrades. This is 3 nail upgrades. Message from Zoff on what he has for these fights. So all fights are going to be this with his full silk spool and a level 3 nail. So let's see First Sinner.
You can see some similarities to what Grandmother Silk is doing with these spears getting thrown, but it's a much faster, fast-paced fight.
Once again, this amazing Widow soundtrack. Using that harpoon and dashing downwards, what a beautiful phase 1.
I'm not even gonna need all that extra health.
Still a scary boss with 2 damage, though. Making a quick heal.
Never mind, it only takes a couple hits.
I need to fight this boss again.
Yeah, I gotta fight this whole game again.
Beautiful fight.
Gotta interrupt myself because these are going by so quickly. That was First Sinner. It was very impressive. Usually takes a bit longer if you're not ready at every single point to catch her. But
as
far as
go ahead, sorry. Thank you. Very quickly, so this boss here is named Seth. For anybody who doesn't know, Seth was diagnosed with, I believe it was a form of cancer, and he worked with Team Cherry to create his own boss before he unfortunately passed away. So this boss really is a homage, and you can hear in the music basically a funeral for Zeph. So everybody loves this boss. Everybody respects the work that Team Cherry put in, and this is just a beautiful way to, how should I say it, honor Seth as a person with this beautiful soundtrack and this beautiful boss.
Seth is a really great character and a very difficult boss fight. Really stands out in the game when you get to it. He's doing a lot of really tough patterns, but as the theme is, he's been defeated.
Beautiful thing though is that unlike every other boss in this game, when you defeat Seth, he does not die. He lives on, forever wandering far loom, eventually making his way to the fleas and kind of settling down with them. So Seth never truly dies, which is beautiful in a sense.
He's had some really tough records too, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he was very good at the flea games.
Carmelita is a real favorite for a lot of folks I know. She starts off with a gauntlet, and then it's just a very dance-like boss.
Yes, it's one of the best soundtracks as well.
Oh yeah.
You'll notice that when she staggers, the singing actually stops. So the singing in the soundtrack is actually her. And so when she's staggered, she can't sing, and that actually cuts out the music. Such a cool detail they added.
I'm getting caught by those projectiles a little bit, but
you could hear the singing stops there, right? This is such a cool detail. Gonna throw 2 now in phase 2. There it goes. Might take a quick heal here. No, full. Yeah, there it is.
Last possible minute. Take that heal. That rush attack that she did earlier is like very rough because I don't think you can pogo on any of those spikes.
No, you can't.
So you're stuck stalling in the air or trying to catch her at the end to pogo because they stay up for just long enough. You're not going to be able to do anything about it without cloak.
Great dodging. She's just about dead here. There it goes. One last Silk Spear. Beautiful Carmelita fight. If anybody ever wants to watch this fight truly optimize, search up any Silksong True Ending run. They fight Carmelita, Seth, and Lost Lace coming up all in Silksong True Ending, which is it's about 3 hours, a 3-hour long run. Bit more, bit less, depending on the runner, but it's a blast to watch, and the way they optimize these late game fights make them look unbelievably easy, which is awesome. And we're now going to the last dive. Another great soundtrack that only plays once in the game.
I love Lost Lace. I think it was a really awesome fight to close out the game with. Takes a lot to get to her with a speed run, as you said. You know, sort of speed run length that a lot of folks are very daunted by because you have a lot to learn, and every attempt can be hours and hours. But it really is worth it getting to this ending. This fight is a sort of union between a lot of Lace's moveset and then the bigger attacks that attack the whole area of the screen. So it tries to force you not to be too aggressive, but I don't know.
We'll see how Zoth handles it. And of course, everything does 2 damage if you haven't guessed already.
Oh yeah, for sure. This fight also has some sort of phase transitions that you cannot hit her at all in. And I'm not 100% sure if there's techniques to remove one or more of those.
Unfortunately, there isn't.
Yeah.
There's phase 1, though. Beautiful phase 1.
Are we still cloakless?
I actually don't know. I don't think we are. Yeah. I haven't seen him use cloak, though, but I don't think we are. I think we'll see him... Oh, my...
No, maybe...
Wow.
I think we're doing all of
That's so fun. We might be, actually. It's either that or he's so used to not using cloak because of any percent that he simply doesn't click it. Yeah. I don't blame him for that. When I switched over to True Ending, I was like, I have cloak. Like, that's a thing I have. So.
And it's a thought that I had playing the game casually the first time. It was like, how much of this game can I do without cloak? It's kind of like optimizing a platformer by trying not to use double jump. Which is also a thing this game has, but it's so out of the way.
Take a quick heal here. Oh, 100%. Good heal. Good evasion. Avoiding that 3 damage attack there. And getting another heal. Beautiful.
Yeah, that second heal was a good choice, considering going for any extra damage at that point was going to be pretty tough.
There it is.
Closing out all 4 bosses faster than you can say Hollow Knight Silksong.
No way.
No way. But she's still here, of course.
Of course. Hornet Silksong would never leave Lace. I don't have a last name.
replace Hornet's wife.
Close enough.
Silksong. It'll work. What a phenomenal showcase. I can see the preparation and the practice and all of this gameplay.
And this might be like a little side comment, but the only place he died in this entire run and the extra bosses, all in Act 3, including the last boss, was the High Hole Gauntlet. So
yeah,
it just shows how hard it is.
Pour Argadans qui est venu nous faire l'honneur d'être sur scène avec nous avec son magnifique cosplay.
Yeah, shout out to Hornet.
Shout out to Hornet, 100%.
Qui est l'artiste qui a confectionné cette magnifique cape qu'a Arga, parce qu'il faut savoir que Arga fait tout le reste à part la cape, c'est quasiment une centaine d'heures de travail, donc et pour une qualité absolument extraordinaire. Donc, bravo.
Looks like they're just talking their closing words right now.
Yeah, I suppose that makes it a good time for me to ask you, Scene, if you've got any personal plugs for anything.
Nothing too much. If you guys love Silksong content, there's a bunch of speedrunners, top speedrunners. The community is amazing. Go watch the content on people's YouTube channels. Go support a lot of the Silksong content creators and Twitch streamers if you want more info about that. You can kind of search into Google. If you search up the Hollow Knight speedrunning Discord, there's a huge community there that you can become part of, where all members of all different types of Silksong runners, modders, content creators, everybody there comes together to help create an amazing environment for this community. And then, is there any shout-outs you'd like to make, Echo?
You know, I've been on a couple times today, and I never really have a shout-out on deck. So, shout out to the Silksong modders specifically, because I'm still waiting on that randomizer, and I know that it's going to be really good by how much care is going into it. It really is like waiting for Silksong all over again.
Seems like I just got info about something that the Silksong, the Hornet cosplay took over 100 hours of work to complete. So that is dedication right there. That is, it looks amazing. I mean, that makes sense. What an amazing amount of work just for this event to dress up as Hornet Silksong. I'm glad they got to be here up on stage to showcase that because it looks great.
Yeah, it's such an impressive cosplay.
So it looks like. So it looks like Zoff. Once again, thank you to Zoff and Speed-Ons for running this amazing event and including Silksong. Shout out to everybody watching back at home, and one last shout out to GDQ for allowing Echo and myself to commentate on this amazing event. That's gonna be about it. Thank you everyone once again for supporting the Speed-Ons and us, and have a great day.
Oui, avec le fameux Bidoir, qui a été le nom de Béboul. De mon côté, Knacky Potter qui donne 1000 balles. Et qui dit please égale good, mais Béboul et plus Bébou. Bravo aux équipes de Speedon et merci pour cet événement strictement inférieur à 3. Get good en fait. On a eu un don également de 1000 balles, un don anonyme qui nous dit 3 de jouer à Silksong. Miaou. X0310, 1000 balles également, qui dit bravo à tous, entre parenthèses, MV Béboul, runneuse, ambiance heureuse, la salle et tous les autres, pour ce superbe event et votre générosité. Ouais. On a Protinus qui a donné 967,67 € et qui nous dit chaud. Bravo Zoff pour la run à venir, et en effet, bravo. Tout simplement, c'était une belle prédiction il y a 1 heure, merci pour ce magnifique don. Petit rappel sur les incentives, puisque vous avez validé l'incentive de Silksong et c'était magnifique. Mais maintenant, le prochain objectif, évidemment, c'est Clair Obscur. Renseignez-vous parce qu'il y a des incentives. Mais attendez, quoi? Elles ont disparu devant mes yeux là? Mais attends, mais il y en avait genre 2. Que s'est-il passé? Non, parce qu'il y avait des dingues, genre va y avoir le volet, etc. Par Guillaume Broche qui va venir montrer aux gens qu'en fait c'est facile et tout. Mais il y avait des sommes colossales qui ont été remplies de votre côté. J'étais prêt à vous dire de bourrer les incentives, mais c'est déjà fait, j'ai l'impression en fait. Juste la niche en fait. What The fuck les amis, juste vanish en fait, on aura l'occasion de voir ça par la suite. Je laisse continuer de regarder les incentives, on a une balle de Héroman qui nous dit haha, j'ai chaud et je me suis égaré avec mon méga lab a dit Hiro. Toutes les rêves sont là, donc en effet, les incentives de Clair Obscur ont été validés, mais vous avez encore les bidoirs, et notamment sur le choix du personnage de Resident Evil qui arrive, donc c'était là tout de suite pour changer, mais à mon avis ça va être Jill Valentine. Vous pouvez encore vous battre par contre pour la fin choisie de Clair Obscur, et là il y a un vrai 51-48%. Oh, le 51-48%. Alors là, ça va se jouer à... La fin Maël ou la fin Verso, apparemment, ça fait débat. Même s'il n'y en a pas, selon les instances, il n'y a pas de débat. Mais moi, je ne sais pas. Moi, je laisserai évidemment la commu choisir, comme on dit. Et en parlant de choisir, eh bien, on va voir ce que les incentives vont nous dire, puisque Resident Evil, c'est absolument prêt, messieurs, dames. On se dirige vers une run de folie. Mesdames, messieurs, les commentateurs, c'est à vous pour du Resident Evil.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for sticking around here for the English restream of Speed Dawn 6. I'm Motas, and I'm here with the co-commentary Dangerous.
Hello, Motas. How you doing?
You know, I'm ready for some Resident Evil action, some survival horror action.
Wait, sorry, I thought we were... I didn't realize we were commentating Resident Evil. I thought we were commentating Resident Evil. I do this every time I do commentary for this game, by the way. You can't stop me. But yeah, I'm big excited for this one. This is Resident Evil 1, the original from 1996. So we are dealing with a 30-year-old game now. Holy moly.
Yeah, the runner here, Dragulus, plays this on PC. There's a patch called the Rebirth patch that allows every PC to kind of have the same timing for the game, and yeah, it looks like there was a bid war for this. Jill has won handily, which we're pretty happy about because Jill is the more interesting speedrun in our opinion.
Agreed. Yeah, it looks like we are doing the best ending category. So if you play through the game normally and just get right to the end without doing anything fancy, you get the bad ending, which is where, you know, Jill survives, or Chris, depending on who you play. And she's just by herself on the helicopter, leaving the area, and, you know, oh well, everyone's dead. But to get the best ending, you need to save both Chris, your partner, and Barry. And you have to do some shenanigans to do that.
Yeah, we're going to see here on PC, the actual, like, motion cutscenes can be skipped, but, like, dialogue cutscenes like this one in the lobby cannot be. And we're going to see our first, because this is major glitches, we're going to get to see some certain, I don't want to say cutscene, but scene transition glitches here. The first one's going to be coming up right here in the dining room. You're going to see a pause, and then all of a sudden, Drag is just going to keep walking, and Barry will not do the cutscene movement he's supposed to do right about here.
C'est marrant parce que d'habitude, les femmes, on a moins de poches, mais en fait, elle est plus préparée, donc c'est pour ça qu'elle peut porter plus d'objets. Bravo à elle.
Oh, he stopped, so that was mistimed a little bit, but you can skip this. Barry, like, just doesn't go to this blood pile.
What is that? Blood. I truly love the acting in this game. It is phenomenal. It's iconic for a reason.
Yeah, PS1 voice acting was definitely a time. In this game in particular, the writing is just chef's kiss. Oh my goodness, it's a zombie.
Yeah, this is the strongest zombie in the game because it took 3 shots from Barry's Magnum. Barry's Magnum, I think, is a one-hit kill for everything except for bosses in the entire game. And it took 3 shots from the Magnum to kill that guy. Absolutely the strongest zombie in the entire game, without question.
Yeah, for sure. And there are some differences between Jill and Chris. Besides the fact that Jill has a lot more skips that we can do than Chris does, there's also the basic differences, which is that Jill has a larger inventory. She doesn't need keys that Chris needs because she's good at lockpicking. And she's going to get the grenade launcher, which is the most broken thing in this game for killing the bosses.
Would you say that Jill is a master of lockpicking?
You know, I think she has been called that in the past.
She has been called that. She has also been called a sandwich.
The Jill sandwich.
The Jill sandwich.
Because we're not watching Chris, you're going to see a lot less knife use than Chris would use. Chris, in fact, doesn't use any guns until like very, very close to the end of the game, which is very funny. But Jill gets both the shotgun and the grenade launcher, so you're not going to have to kind of do some slashing to get around certain zombies that are in the way.
Yeah, no, one thing to note if you haven't played this game, or even if you have played the game but you've never seen the run or know how the run works, this run is really hard because this game is really hard, especially the original version. So there's actually two releases. Well, there's many more than two releases, but there's like two primary versions of the game. There's the original release, and then there's the director's cut. The director's cut added a lot of quality of life features that were added to Resident Evil 2 and later titles, but the original version did not have auto aiming, and the dodging was all pretty manual, and it was always very challenging to do. Auto aiming helped a lot because you could like aim your weapon and then you would automatically target a nearby zombie that was kind of like within range or was like approaching. In the original, you can't do that, and so you have to just kind of manually dodge, and a lot of it is hope and pray kind of strategies.
Yeah, we're going to see Jill already using the, Chris would push the statue and then slash the zombie while it's stuck on the other side, but Jill could just, boom, one shot, goodbye, don't have to worry about it at all.
I have to push that statue over the side because there is a gem in there, and that gem is going to be used later for a puzzle. These games are very heavily about going to an area, getting an item, then going to another area and using that item, and just doing that over and over and over. And the challenge of it is navigating through these areas without getting, obliterated. Yeah, a little skip there. You're supposed to actually get a chemical to kill the plant there, but by doing that spinning thing, I'm not exactly sure how that skip works, but I've seen runners do it for years. They just kind of spin around and then they get to run past the plant, and they don't get hit by those tentacles or vines or whatever.
Yeah, we'll see another similar skip later in the game. The spinning is kind of for timing, so the runner can manually time out when to go, basically. Oh, that was a good dodge there.
Yeah, that was a good dodge.
Le tigre. Évidemment.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of item collection in this segment. The various medallions are what is going to be needed, and then all the keys to get them.
Yeah, I think that was the. I never remember which crest is which, but I think that was the wind crest, if I'm remembering correctly. And there's a few of these that we need to get in order to get out of here. If you remember Resident Evil Remake, there was a remake of the game that came out on the GameCube in 2002, so about 6 years after this game came out. And the remake did a tremendous amount of work to change things. It added new puzzles. It increased the complexity of some puzzles, like this puzzle right here where you put the music sheet down on the piano. In the remake, you had to go get another item and combine it with that music sheet in order to actually complete the puzzle. So a lot more complexity in the design of the game overall. This one is a little bit more straightforward, which is good for running because it does mean that you kind of chop out a lot of the... You chop out a little bit of the nuance, so it's a little bit more straightforward, and you can optimize things a little bit more cleanly, I guess, for lack of a better way of phrasing it.
Yeah, and Chris, especially in this game, has to basically use key items in a very specific order so that you can clear your inventory to pick up the next one. Otherwise, you have to do a lot of extra backtracking. With Jill, it's less of a problem, but still a concern. You can see the inventory was full just a second ago there.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris only has 6 inventory slots, which really sucks when you're playing. Jill gets 8. Now, the trade-off is Jill's a little squishier. She takes less damage. Chris can soak up a few hits from zombies before he starts limping. So you are a little bit in kind of constant danger of getting punched or slashed and slow walking. So I'll be curious to see what happens if Drag gets kind of unlucky RNG and gets hit.
Yeah, we we haven't quite mentioned that. Okay, this movement here is for another skip here. This cutscene skip allows you to not get the serum to try to save Richard. And I think, yeah, there's another pause, and we go out. Okay, so that's going to allow a big part where Jill won't let you progress unless, like, you try to save Richard. But now, rest in peace, buddy. It's over for you.
It's okay. I used to run Resident Evil Remake Randomizer pretty frequently, and Richard would constantly kill runs. So I'm sorry to say I'm not very heartbroken here.
Yeah, we've kind of glossed over it so far, but like getting hit in this run is really bad. It's really bad. It throws you off quite a bit in your movement, and also if you get hit too much, as Dane mentioned, like you actually go slower, you walk slower. So we can see Drag does have a first aid spray in the inventory, but I don't think she's going to be holding that the whole run. So you know, there's only so much backing up you could do. This is Yawn 1. We're not going to kill this boss. We're just going to get the moon crest and run right by.
Don't worry, we'll kill him later.
Yeah. You can't kill this boss here because it comes back again later, no matter what. So there's no point in wasting the precious grenade launcher ammo.
Yeah, there's a very finite amount of that, and you don't want to waste it on this. If you do end up fighting Yawn and you actually manage